Hello Pisces, and welcome to November 2024 reading. Thank you so much for joining me. It's really lovely to have you here. I'm sure it's no coincidence that you are. Don't forget, this is for you if you are Pisces, Sun, Moon or Rising. And also it's a general reading, so just take from it what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. So we're going to use these lovely cards by Jessica Rue, Woodland Wardens, and we'll find our 3 cards for our general energy, our general theme of this month's reading. Okay, so I'm going to put them back in because that's far too many. Be here all year with those. Let's have a little bit of a look. Okay, we have the Hare and Oak, new opportunities. Ooh, we have the Butterfly and Snowdrop, hope. And we have the Cayman and the Poppy, dreams. New opportunities, hope, dreams. Are we moving towards our hopes and dreams, Pisces? I do hope so. Right, my partner's a Pisces, so I hope so, because her hopes and dreams are my hopes and dreams. So let us crack on with some cards, some general energy of your recent past. See what's been going on with your recent past, Pisces. Okay, so we'll do the recent past, we'll do our general current energy, and then our future energy, and then we'll find 3 cards for some guidance and how best to navigate the month of November. Okay, right. We have the 4 of Swords, the World, the Queen of Pentacles. That's a good start. So the 4 of Swords is all about meditating, about going within, about resting your mind, about finding time to recharge, reset, and give yourself, you know, a bit of a mental break, really. And also when we meditate, when we find time to quieten our mind, that can open us up to listening to our inner world, our intuition, our higher self, how the universe, whatever you believe in, and I think that's something that you've been doing in the recent past. You've taken time to really figure out, to quieten things down, to figure out what's going on and where to now, or to listen to your intuition so that you can follow it onwards. Because the next card, we've got the World, and we're at the end of a cycle. So I think, you know, you have gathered all the knowledge, all the wisdom, all the information that you've needed to over the last cycle of your life, and you're using that now to move forward into the next cycle, the next part of life, which is going to hopefully be, you know, full of new opportunities, hopes and dreams. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and she is the queen for me of manifestation, of finding herself and bringing herself into alignment, so that she's open to things coming her way, being open to that abundance of whatever. For everyone it's different, you know, it could be finances, it could be love, it could be health. She's bringing that towards her, because she's in a place of alignment, and she's in a place where she's in a more positive frame of mind, a more positive place. Excuse me. And so she's bringing all those good things towards her, because, you know, she's more in a more higher vibrational state. Okay, let's find some clarifiers for this recent energy, Pisces. Oh, right, we've got the 3 of Swords, we've got the Devil card, and we've got the Nine of Wands. So the Three of Swords is all about grief. It's about loss. And maybe that's something that's been part of your life in your recent past. But I think it's more the fact that you're moving away from that, because we are moving. We've got the world. We're moving onwards. We're moving towards a new cycle. And so I think, you know, maybe you've needed that time to meditate, that time to quieten your mind. Maybe you've needed that that mental break because you have been going through a lot of pain, a lot of interior pain, a lot of grief, a lot of heartbreak that's been going on, caused by stuff that's gone on before your recent past and even further past. But you're moving away from that. We've got the Devil card next to that, and that is sort of the card of our shadow side. So maybe things, negative patterns of behaviour, negative lower vibrational emotions that we can sit in when things aren't are difficult, because you know, the Devil card, there's always a root at the bottom of the Devil card. There's always a reason why people have, you know, when we look at our shadow side, there's always a root to it, isn't there? And sometimes the Devil card can sort of highlight that maybe that's what we need to do. We need to maybe have a little bit of a closer look at where that begins. It can also, if it's in future energy, I look at it as a bit of a heads up of not to sort of fall into those old patterns of behaviour. But I think with it being in your recent past, it's maybe brought up some of those ways of being for you, because you know, you've been through this heartbreak and you're trying to work through it the best that you can, and sometimes that involves us falling into those old patterns of behaviour. But I think you are moving away from that again, because we've got the Persistence card, we've got the 8, the 9 even of Wands. And he's been through a tough time. He's been through difficulty. He's been through the war, but he's moving onwards. He's moving forwards now. He's looking behind at what's been, but now he's taking himself, moving in the right direction. He's moving forwards. He's moving towards that place of abundance. He's trying to get himself better. He's trying to get himself in a better mental place, a better just place generally, moving towards his joys, his passions, his hopes, his dreams. So obviously we've got the butterfly and snowdrop, hope, Cayman and poppy, dreams. So I think, you know, you are heading in the right direction, Pisces. You have had a difficult start of the year, as have a lot of people, but now it's our time to be getting ourselves off, setting off on a new path, a new adventure with new opportunities, working towards the things that we want in life. Okay, current energy for Pisces. We've got the 10 of Cups, we've got the 6 of Cups, we've got the Knight of Wands. So the 10 of Cups is the card of love, of contentment, of joy, of all those lovely emotions, those lovely things in life. And that's amazing, because I think you are in a place where that's in touching distance. You can, you know, you've begun that journey. You've got so much around you. And maybe it's the card of gratitude as well, of really taking in those things that you've got, that you know, that you we sometimes take for granted. But I definitely think that is, you know, it's you moving towards it even more, but it's you creating it in this current moment. I think, you know, what you actually have at the moment is actually more than I think you realise. And it's very easy to just look forward, isn't it? And go, well, if I only had, if we had that, or if we were there, or you know, then we'd be happy. Be happy now. You've got so much around you. Really take that in and try and feel as much gratitude as you can with what you've got now, because, you know, we're all lucky, aren't we, in lots of ways. There's always that silver lining to a cloud when things feel quite tricky and down. There's always something to be positive, to be grateful for, even in the darkest situations. But you know, that's not where you are at the moment. You are in a good place. You are surrounded by, you know, love, light. We've got rainbows, cups galore. It's all you know, you're in a good place at the moment. We've got the 6 of Cups, and that can be the card of nostalgia, of looking towards the past. And I think you are doing some of that. I think, you know, with this grief and loss card, you know, in your recent past energy, I think that's a big sort of part of a thread that's going to run through all of this reading. I think, you know, you do have that sense of loss for what was and what has been, and for that, you know, family, the way that things were, but you are moving forward. You're moving forward, you're open to moving forward. You've got the Knight of Wands here. He's moving towards his joys, his passions, the things in life that he wants. And I think, you know, he's actually facing backwards. He's running towards the past. But I actually think, you know, it's sort of a nod towards the past, and then just moving on, moving forwards. Like I say, moving towards his hopes, his dreams. I'm just drawn here down to this lovely blue butterfly, and the butterfly and snowdrop. Butterfly is also the symbol for transformation. And so I think this and it's in the middle, current energy, I think you are going through a transformation where you are starting to maybe move away from an old way of thinking, that old way of being, and you're really starting to move forwards. Yeah. Let's have 3 more cards, Pisces. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, we've got the 4 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Swords, and we've got the Page of Wands. Okay, so again, these 2 cards are very much about happiness, about celebration. They've got sort of we've got the 4 of Wands, the people in there. They're very reminiscent. It's about creating stability, creating a foundation for that happiness, that celebration, moving forwards. So, you know, there's movement in there. We've got the Wands, that's the card of moving towards our joys and passions. So I think you are beginning to build on what you have as your home base. You're beginning to build on it, and you're beginning to move towards the things, making it into more of what you want it to look like, how you envisage it to look like. It can also be the card of marriage. So maybe you're actually, you know, getting married with somebody that you are hoping to marry, and just beginning to build that home together. It could be the beginning of a new cycle in that connection with that somebody. We've got the 9 of Swords here, and that's obviously about something that's on your mind all the time that causes you stress and anxiety, and it's under that nostalgia card. And I think, again, that's, you know, you're still feeling that pain, that stress, that underlying anxiety that comes with looking towards the past too much, maybe, but also maybe that loss that you've had is still underlying, is causing you some sort of anxiety, maybe about moving forwards, because we've got the Page of Wands here as well, and he's obviously, we've got at the end, we've got the Knight of Wands, and underneath him we've got the Page of Wands, and he's moving forward in a more carefree way. And I think, you know, that's where the place, hopefully, that you need to be at, or you will be at, where you're able to move forward in a freer way, leaving things behind, and not allowing all the stress and anxiety and the things that, you know, the way that you've been feeling to hold you back. We've got the 6 of Pentacles moving forwards, and he's all about being open to the flow of energy, to not giving too much, to not taking too much, to not doing anything too much, or, you know, or too little. It's about balance, finding balance. Right, we've also got the 8 of Swords, and that's about and the Page of Swords, that's about creating a prison of your own making. So your mind doing a bit of a number on you, you know, tying yourself up in tangles, trying to overthinking things and over analysing things, and you know, all those things that keep, you know, can keep you awake, that can make you add on to your stress. And also can just, you know, don't end anywhere, because most of the time it's not true. It's just you overthinking things and maybe not having the confidence to move forward with purpose, because you're too busy over analysing everything, and then self-sabotaging and not helping you to move forward because you're too busy, you know, overthinking what may be or what might be or could potentially, when really you just need to just let that go, because it's all not happened yet, and just focus on what's, you know, on the earth, what you actually have, what's actually happening right now. We've got the Page of Swords, and that's next to our lovely Eight of Swords, and that's about starting to see things a little bit clearer. Also, it can be a card of having a new idea, thinking about things in a different way. So hopefully before the end of November, you'll be finding more balance. You'll be, you know, in a place where you're not overdoing, you're underdoing, everything's flowing nicely for you. You may have a blip where you're overthinking, but then you're starting to see things a lot clearer, and so, you know, you can start moving forward because you can let these things go. That self-sabotaging behaviour, you can start to let that go. So, right, we have the Two of Pentacles, balance again, and it's under our Six of Pentacles. We've got the Magician, and we've got the Five of Wands. So the Two of Pentacles is all about finding balance. As I said before, the flow of life. And I always do the flow of life like this, because energy is infinite, isn't it? The flow of energy is infinite. It doesn't die. It just changes, you know, changes the way that it is. And so I always think of it like that, and that's the shape of the Two of Pentacles. Obviously, he's just trying to keep things in balance. It's all just flowing, and he's, you know, it may well be that in your future energy, you're having to balance something. You have to keep something in perspective, actually. There we go, that's what it is. I think it's keeping things in perspective. You're balancing your perspective. You're not letting things get over, you know, you're not getting yourself get overwrought about anything, overwhelmed about anything. You're just keeping that flow nicely, just trying to keep everything in balance, trying to keep those plates balancing in the air, and just not doing too much of anything, and just keeping, you know, just trying to keep moving, trying to keep that flow going. I think that's what's happening for you in the future before the end of November. Underneath our Eight of Swords, we've got the Magician. You've got the tools that you need to move forward. The Magician, he's got all the tools he needs. He's got the wand, he's got the cup, he's got the pentacle, he's got the sword. He's got everything he needs for the job in hand. And you've got everything that you need to move onwards, to move forwards. It's just up to you whether you choose to do it. You're going to step back from that place of entanglement where you're overthinking everything and creating chaos and pain for yourself, or are you going to just know that you've got what you need? You don't, you know, you just draw on all those lovely skills, those lovely tools that you've got to help you to move forwards. And we've got the Five of Wands here, and that's about resistance, it's about conflict, and I think it's about inner conflict here. You're really torn, you're pulling, you know, yourself from one way to another. Let's have a couple more cards for this to see if we can sort of get to a happy resolution here. Not that I'm not saying it's not happy, I just think, you know, you still move it in the end of November. You're, oh, I've dropped all the cards. You know, you've obviously got this conflict going on, this inner conflict going on, despite the fact that you're seeing things a little bit clearer. Let's just see, we've got one here jumped out. There we go, 10 of Pentacles. And the Nine of Cups. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles is all about trying to find yourself in a well, it's about drawing abundance towards you. It's about having what you need to you know, in a material way, or it can be in your health. It could be love. It could be just something that's important, that's earthly, that's tangible. So I think you're having this internal conflict. Things are starting to feel clearer, but again, you have everything that you need to move forward, to do the job in hand. You have the internal things you need. You've got the things that you need, according to the Magician. You've got all of the skills that you need on the inside, and you've actually got the ability to manifest whatever you need towards you with the Magician. But I think you're conflicted, and what's causing the conflicts inner conflict before the end of the month is that you've not got what you need. And it's making you be in a little bit of a quandary. But also, we've also got the Nine of Cups here, and that's a card of the wish card, moving towards your hopes, dreams and your destiny. And you really are. He also looks really smug and happy with himself because he is, you know, he's got all these cups lined up there. He's happy with the way things are going. So I think by the end of November, you're going to realise you've actually got what you need to move onwards in a physical way and an internal way. And then you're going to be really happy about the way that it's turning out for you. And I think you're going to sort of keep that Eight of Swords, tying yourself up in knots, in check. So let's find 3 cards for guidance, help, advice for the month of November. Pisces. Okay. Right, we have the Strength card. You have got lots of strength. You've got lots of internal strength. And I think this is a month where you are going to come into your own with your strength, and you're going to realise actually how far you've come, how strong you are, and you're going to use that to help you to really push forward. We've got the Lovers card. So really connect with that significant other this month. If, you know, it may well be that you've not got that intimate person that you can connect with. It may well be that it's somebody that you have a really deep connection with. So a friend, a work colleague, a member of your family, just somebody that can help you and support you through, you know, what's going on this month, that, you know, maybe you're finding it a struggle to move forward, but you need, you know, to know that you've got somebody there to help you push forwards. We've also got the Guardian Angel at the top of the Lovers card there, and the Sun behind her. You know, you've got help and support. You've got the strength of somebody or others around you that are there to help you move towards your place in the sun. So, you know, don't forget that. We've got the Queen of Cups, and that's all about you keeping a steady internal landscape, not letting your emotions get overwhelm you and getting out of hand. You know, the Queen of Cups, she's looking at her cup. She's really proud of it, because I think she's had a struggle in the past to keep her emotions in check and to find that stability. And I think, you know, you have, but I think you're really winning with it. And I think you are stronger than you think. We've got the Strength card. Be proud of yourself. Acknowledge that. And, you know that you're amazing and that you can do this. So on that note, Pisces, I'll leave it there because I could waffle on for a good old while. I'm not going to. Have a really great month. I'd love to know your thoughts on the reading. I'd love to know if it resonates. And yeah, if you fancy a subscribe and a like, that's always a winner for me, because it helps me to get my channel out there to other people. And it also, you know, it helps me to grow and improve the way that I'm doing things. So have a really great month. I'll catch up with you next time. Take care.